It was a bit of an anticlimactic and a damp end to what was promising to be a great battle between India and Pakistan. India made 266 all out in 48.4 overs, but before Pakistan could resume their innings, the rain came and it never relented. For a brief period at 9 p.m, we thought that okay, maybe we could have a chance, but just as the umpires finished the inspection, the game once again got stalled by rain, and after that at 10 o'clock the players shook hands and that was it. The game between India and Pakistan was abandoned. Pakistan are into the Super Fours. India will have to beat Nepal to ensure that they get there. But it is a very telling testament that even when the India innings happened, there still emerged some major talking points. In this video, I will look at what are the major talking points for the Indian cricket team after the first encounter against Pakistan. And looking ahead to the rest of the tournament, are these real genuine concerns at this point in time? What are the positives? What are the negatives? These are the 5 major talking points that I am going to highlight in India's case. So the first major talking point, everybody now will be really worried about this. Left arm pacers. Look at Rohit Sharma, look at Virat Kohli in major matches ever since 2015. Who has troubled them the most? Left arm pacers. Virat Kohli in particular, 2015 semi-final, Mitchell Johnson, 2017 Champions Trophy final, Mohammad Amir, 2019 semi-final, Trent Bolt, 2021 Shaheen Afridi. You look at it each and every time, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they have really been troubled by left arm pacers. Now, today too, Rohit Sharma was beaten by a delivery that came back in and it was a left-hander. Virat Kohli played a nothing shot outside the off stump. Both were tentative, both were lacking confidence, and that's why you saw both of them getting bowled. Virat Kohli unfortunately dragging one ball back onto the stumps. Ever since 2021, both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have averaged less than 25 when facing left-arm pacers in ODIs. Now, can India hide away from the fact that their left-arm pacers is a big concern? Rohit Sharma did mention in the press conference prior to the India vs Pakistan match that yes, we do not have the likes of Shaheen Afridi and all with us in the team, so we cannot practice against them. He may have said it in jest, but actually, if you look at it, where do you find in India the caliber of a Shaheen Afridi, Mitchell Starc or a Trent Bolt? Remember, Shaheen was cranking up in the 135s and 140s. Where is a left-arm pacer at this point in time when you have to look at it? Arshdeep may be good, but he also is in 130, 135 range. A differential of 4 to 5 kilometers makes a massive difference. Shaheen got some late movement. And Virat Kohli, the judgment outside off stump yet again. Rohit Sharma, big issue. If the ball comes back in, be it right armour or left armour, there is a major technical fault. 16 years he's had grappled with that fault. It reached the peak in 2012. From 2013 to 2019, he somehow countered it, but yet again, it's come back. Virat Kohli, that 6th thump, just outside the off stump, there is always a conundrum, and that's why it happened yet again. India can no longer afford to hide the left arm problem. It's been there for 8 years. Call it a pattern, call it a set pattern. It troubles them every single time. But if there is a negative, there is also a positive. We all were thinking in the Ishan versus Sanju versus KL Rahul debate, who will grab the opportunity? Remember, the next couple of days, you're going to see India's preliminary squad now getting announced. And that is why it's going to be a very important match. This was a very important match. KL Rahul will only be fit by 4th. Now that is the reason why the squad might be delayed slightly. But Ishan Kishan stepped up. Considering the situation, 66 for 4, coming into bat at number 5, which he's done very few times, and on the back of so much pressure, Ishan Kishan's knock was the ultimate positive. 82 brilliant runs of 81 balls, 9 fours, 2 sixes. His 138 run stand with Hardik Pandya ensured that probably at this time, the number 5 situation, if you want, Ishan Kishan can be on number 5. KL Rahul can be the backup if he's fit. If KL Rahul is not fit, then Sanju Samson comes in. By this knock, automatically I think the debate gets sorted. Ishan Kishan, if he continues that good form, he'll probably the Indian team will persist with him. If KL Rahul is fit, he can be the backup and maybe vice versa. But if KL Rahul is not fit, then Sanju Samson has to be your backup keeper. So in that way, this debate, had Ishan Kishan failed, there would have been a lot more conundrum when it came to the team balance and everything. But now Ishan Kishan's knock and his success means that India can breathe slightly easy at this point in time. But remember, if KL Rahul is fit, does he automatically come back and he gets picked in the World Cup without a single game? That is a major cause of concern in that sense. But now the Ishan Kishan knock ensured that India can breathe slightly easy, because there is one more problem at this point, and that is Shubman Gill. Now remember, after those 890 runs in IPL 2023, Gill's form has absolutely tapered off. The first half of 2023, Shubman Gill, the prince, we all thought he could do no wrong. But ICC World Test Championship final, as well as in the series in the West Indies, and now in the first match of the Asia Cup, you now will have to be worried about Shubman Gill's form. Shubman Gill, if he does not do well at the top and if he continues to struggle even in the Asia Cup as well as in the World Cup, you have a massive problem on hand, because who's the backup to Shubman Gill? If you get Ishan Kishan up to the open and then KL Rahul comes in at 5, maybe that could solve the issue. But then just dumping Shubman Gill before the World Cup could be a confidence killer. It happened to Ambati Rayudu. Now you're dropping Shubman Gill after a couple of poor months. That means you're not sending the right signal then. But Shubman Gill's form is now a cause of concern. Today, the way how he batted, he looked totally uncertain. His feet movement was not there. His timing was not there. 10 of 32. It really is a big concern now. Shubman Gill has a few games now to ensure he gets his form back. Otherwise, his form heading into the World Cup suddenly becomes a major talking point. But as I said, if there is one negative, it is balanced by the positive, and that is Hardik Pandya coming back to form. Today, he looked assured of himself. The power was there in his strokes. He also ran quite well, and that is why, looking at his knock of 87 today, that partnership of 120-38 ensured India could at least get to a fighting total. Now at this point in time, Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya were the biggest positives today. Especially Hardik Pandya, the way how he was assured, and he could see that he was clear with his communication, he was clear with his strokes, not many false strokes. It took a good ball from Shaheen to get rid of him. The slow off-cutter that was there, and that's why Pandya was beaten for pace and he held out and was caught for 87. But Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya are your biggest positives. India's left arm problem and Shubman Gill are your other problem. But there's another major concern for India that was seen in the India versus Pakistan match, and that was the tail. Essentially, India have had a problem when the statement came that India are essentially batting with 4 number 11s. That is why they needed the buffer of Shardul Thakur today. But even Shardul Thakur didn't succeed. Yes, it's his first game. He may be not in the rhythm at this point in time. He may still be rusty. But then what do? You saw how the top order or the middle or lower order collapsed then. 5 wickets for 27 runs. What do? 4 number 11s, that is still your major problem. If you are not confident with your top 7, how can you be confident in your 8th batter? This is the major concern. And India's continued struggles at the top order has made the number 8 and the tail a major problem. We thought number 4 would be a problem in 2019. It was proven to be true. This time it is number 8. Number 5 might be a conundrum based on KL Rahul's availability, but at least we know KL Rahul is there. But who is your number 8? We are discussing Shardul and Aksar not because of their bowling capabilities. It is because of whether they can bat. Because we are copying the likes of England and Australia, they have the depth, but they have the talent to back it up. Where is India's depth when it comes to batting? This is probably the biggest concern at this point in time, because if your top order fails, your lower order will also struggle. 5 for 27, you didn't even bat out your full quota of overs. 5 for 239, all out for 266. Huge problems. And heading into the World Cup now with just about 33 days to go, it's panic stations at this time. You're just scrambling for options. Aksar is better with the bat or Shardul is better with the bat. We are debating that when their primary role is bowling. This is a continuation of the 2022 problem. if your top 7 batters you're not confident with them, you have 0% chances of you being confident in your top 8, in your 8th batter in particular. So, whether Pakistan survived or India were bailed out due to the rain is a very 50-50 thing. The Indian fans believe that yes, Pakistan were survived that because they could have not chased down 267. Maybe, maybe not. India, on the other hand, they have got problems, and one hopes that they can iron it out. I am stressing on the fact of hope, because you've got very few games left and time is running out for the Indian cricket team at this time. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.